Well, welcome to the 90-10 Nutrition Kitchen. I didn't know if did you know that this is the 90-10 Nutrition Kitchen?
I did not till just now.
Anyway, I'm here with Lisa Madsen, and we're gonna cook a really healthy meal that is pretty easy to cook. And Lisa says that we're gonna run this kind of like tool time, if you're familiar with tool time. So she's gonna be Tim Allen, and I get to be
Al. Yes,
right?
Al.
So I get to say, I don't think so, Lisa.
Right, exactly. Exactly, I think that would be perfect.
All right, so what are we making?
We're making, what we are making is cauliflower fried rice.
Oh,
and it's not...
yuck. Cauliflower?
No. So delicious. So good. You won't even know it has cauliflower in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually, and we're going to put chicken in it. The chicken is optional. You don't have to put chicken in it. And I've already prepared the chicken.
Oh. Well, you see how fast that was? That was amazing.
That was amazing, wasn't it?
But you can probably prepare the chicken any way you want, right? Like
you actually can,
or
you could actually get you the chicken already pre-cooked or however you want it. But I just used chicken breast and I diced it up pretty small and cooked it in about a teaspoon of olive oil. And there's my chicken.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, what do we do next? Need help with something?
The next thing, yeah, why don't you beat these eggs?
I can beat things. That's so easy. All right. So we got 2 eggs right here.
2 eggs, and then we're gonna add in there about a teaspoon of sesame oil.
Sesame oil. All right. Okay. Cool. Is that good, or I need to do it really?
No, that's good. That's
Okay.
perfect. Kind of like scrambled eggs.
Okay.
So what I would normally do is I would cook the chicken while I was making the rice, which isn't actually rice, it's actually cauliflower. And there's a couple ways you can do this actually. If you don't have a food processor, you can just use a box grater, and you could just take cauliflower and just pretty easy. And this is the consistency that it comes out to be. It's kind of like this kind of rice-like. But obviously,
it's ricey.
Ricey. Yes, it's ricey.
Ricey, that's a real word.
Ricey.
Okay, got it.
Call Webster. All right, so, but the way I do it, and it's super easy, is I just put it in a food processor. So I just take my cauliflower, and I'll just show you here, and put it in there.
Whoa.
And drop things all over the place.
Careful there.
If I had a good assistant, I'd probably be able to do this better, but...
But show us what blade you're using.
Okay, so this is the grater blade, just like if you were using the box grater.
All right, what do we got to do next?
Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the chicken and I am going to put it on like a medium heat. Put the chicken in there. I am going to add...
Oil? Some kind of oil?
Yeah. This is sesame oil. I'm gonna add the oil in there.
I don't feel like I'm helping at all. I feel like I'm just hanging out here. I'm just gonna watch.
And if Ryan, you could put the vegetables in the oil, that would be awesome.
Okay, good. All right, good. Okay, so we've got peas and carrots here.
Peas and carrots, and they're just frozen peas and carrots that I bought. You know, I don't know.
You could use fresh if you wanted.
Yeah, you totally could if you wanted to take the time to like dice up the carrots, which I don't want to do because I like things quick and easy.
Yeah, she's lazy, actually, quite lazy.
I am super lazy.
Just throw those in, right? I didn't even ask.
Yep, just throw them in. No, wait.
I'm gonna use my hand. Is that okay?
Oh my gosh, are we supposed to eat this afterwards?
Well, I will. All right.
So then, and here's a little bit. Here's 3 teaspoons of minced garlic. I buy also, because I'm lazy, the minced garlic already minced up. You could mince your own garlic if you so choose. I don't.
So minced garlic like comes in a jar?
It does come in a jar, yep. And like this. Here is the minced garlic.
Excellent. Okay, so we've got garlic, carrots, peas, chicken, diced chicken that's already cooked, and some sesame oil.
And some sesame oil, yep.
And we got it on medium heat, and you're just gonna saute that.
I am gonna saute this for it. You know, obviously, if the chicken isn't done, you're gonna saute it longer. But this chicken's already all cooked, And
So you could put in raw chicken, and would you cook the chicken first, and then
I would cook the chicken first, at
Cook
least
the chicken
almost
first.
all the way done.
and then add the peas and carrots and a little bit more oil?
Yeah, because the chicken's going to take a little longer to cook than the frozen peas and carrots, which really they just need to be heated up. So, so this starts really. You just need to, this was frozen peas and carrots, and so really all I want to do is make sure the chicken is cooked through, and also make sure that the peas and carrots are, unfrozen, because you don't want to have frozen peas and carrots.
Okay.
And then as soon as you do that, then the cauliflower. Add the cauliflower. You could actually use other kinds of meat too if you wanted to. It wouldn't have to be chicken. I always use chicken, but you could use tofu if you wanted. You could use pork.
You could use pork. Actually, I do a pork version of this that is wonderful too.
Yeah.
And I guess technically you could use brown rice on the 90-10 program, and if you wanted to do, fried brown rice.
You could, but once you taste this, it's amazing.
Absolutely. Like this, you'll be like, I don't actually need to use rice. Like, rice is okay, but this is even healthier, and it still tastes
And I don't know about you, but I know that I always have a hard time getting enough vegetables in. I never have a hard time getting enough carbohydrates in. I never have a hard time getting enough rice and pasta and things into my diet. But I do have a hard time getting enough vegetables in. And so I like being able to replace rice or pasta with a vegetable.
Right. So like we can do zucchini noodles to replace pasta. We should try that one time.
Yeah, we will try that one
time. We have done that before. Now wait, before you do that, talk about straining this out, because we're not going to do that today, right?
Right. And you have an option, and it makes the consistency a little ricier.
Ricier. Is that a word?
A little ricier. If you use I have what's called a nut milk bag that I use to make almond milk, and I just use it. You could use like a dish towel or anything, and you can squeeze the moisture out of this to give the consistency a drier, more rice-like consistency. But we didn't do that today.
It's still good even if you don't do that, but if you feel like you make it and it's a little bit too watery, then you can strain it out with a towel or with a nut milk bag.
Yes, because you will see some moisture coming out here when you, as the cauliflower cooks, more moisture will come out of it. So.
Did you add any more oil or anything? Or are we still?
I did not. No, we're just still using
same thing, just threw it in there.
There's actually exactly 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon of oil. And the 1 teaspoon of oil is mixed with the eggs that we're going to mix in here in just a minute. And the tablespoon is used to cook the chicken and vegetables and cauliflower.
Excellent. So we're just sauteing, kind of.
Yeah, this is like 5 minutes. This will need to cook in here for usually 5 or 6 minutes. Not specifically timed, but you'll kind of see the way it'll kind of change color a little bit, so a little bit more of a translucent color.
What else do we have here that we're going to put in? What's this?
That's Bragg's liquid aminos. We use that instead of soy sauce. It's just a healthier version. It's all natural, and it tastes seriously exactly like soy sauce. Like sometimes you'll taste something and it's supposed to be the all natural version of something that it's not.
Yeah.
And you're like, ew. I can definitely tell this is not what it's supposed to be. Bragg's liquid aminos, not like that at all. And you can get this as your local health food store. You can order it online, whatever. So
it's great. I love it. I mean, I just have it instead of soy sauce in my house, and it's
and you can't even tell the difference. Right. I mean, you really can't.
So we've got
maybe a little egg nest. Is more
2 eggs beaten with how much?
1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon of sesame oil.
Okay, so I'm pushing things to the side, and so that's what you do. You kind of push all the cauliflower and the vegetables and the chicken.
Can we see that, like in there, the middle of that? Okay.
See?
Push it all to the side.
Push it all to the side, and then you put the eggs in the middle.
Can I go?
Go.
Ready?
1, 2, 3, go. Oh no, wait.
Okay.
And this is just like a scrambled egg. You kind of just let it sit for a minute. This is a 1/4 cup of Bragg's liquid amino.
Right.
And as soon as the egg is done, I just pour this in here, kind of drizzle it over the rice. I would quote with my fingers, but they're busy.
Let me help you out here.
The rice.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Do I get to taste test now?
Yes, let's have you taste test.
Okay.
Get a little chicken in there. Get a little.
You're not gonna feed me?
No.
That was just a little too weird for you, right? You're not gonna feed me. Okay.
Yeah.
I think let it saute just a little bit more because I like the cauliflower to be a little more done.
Yes.
But the taste is really good. And so you just kind of taste it as you go to see where the cauliflower is cooked enough that it tastes like rice.
Right.
It can be more crunchy. It could be, if it gets too soft, it's going to be mushy. Right?
Yeah.
So right in the middle there where you like it.
Yes. And I kind of do that with everything I cook. I kind of taste along the way. And then my family thinks that I don't eat.
Because you eat just a tiny bit at dinner, but you've had like
and I have they have
bowls.
their plate, and everything, and I'm like, I'm not so hungry.
All right, so that was great. I don't know, how long did that take us to make? Like 15 minutes maybe?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Super easy, super quicker than driving through at McDonald's for sure.
Well, thanks for joining us at the 9010 Nutrition Kitchen. We've made our cauliflower fried rice, and we'll be back again probably next week with another recipe for you.
Absolutely.